Hey, what's up, guys? It's late at night right now, the time I'm recording this, but I thought I would come in and hang out a little bit and do what I call Ask Dr. Boyce or Dr. Boyce Exposed. This is where you can ask me any question you want, as long as it's a one sentence question. I answer one sentence questions, and I will give you an honest answer. So today, I'm in Mexico. I decided to get out of the country. It's the first time I've traveled out of the country in a while. So we decided to go to Mexico. We're in Cancun, and I got here. When I got here, I was so tired, so I took a long nap, and I just woke up, and I said, I'd like to check in with all my friends and see how you guys are doing. I hope everybody had a good holiday. Let me know if your holiday was good, and yeah, so I'll answer questions. Ask me any question you want, and there we go. So, Camaro, should we dump XRP? This is not investment advice, but I'm not dumping. I actually bought a little bit more because I think XRP is going to beat the case, like Snoop Dogg and Tupac did back in '96. But they might not, and that's why you diversify. So, crypto has done really, really well in general. Bitcoin keeps going up and up and up, and I invest consistently in crypto. I've been doing it for years. Do you think we'll get a 2K stimulus check? Mm, I don't know. That's a hard one. I know your congressmen are a bunch of liars and crooks because they should have gave you a bigger check in the first place, and they're kind of just playing these stupid games, and it really makes me mad. Do you think XPO company split is a good opportunity? I don't know about XPO. Sorry, man. I don't know that company. My apologies. Um, Matthew, let's see here. Love the information you share. Says Christopher. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you very much. Tammy says, "How are you?" I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Jay, what do you know about BioLay stock? Nothing. I will look it up though. Chef T, where my plate at? It's in the kitchen, man. I'm almost done. Jay Reed, what's your best stock pick of the new year? The stock I like the most for the new year? Oh man, I'm trying to think. Um, Bio, I think it's called Bio, Bio in China. I think is it Baidu? Baidu? I think it's Baidu. And I also love this is a company called Jumia that does business in Africa. It's not an African-owned company, but that stock has been amazing. I have $26,000 sitting around. What should I do with it? Don't let it just sit around. Put your money to work. It might be an index fund or something, but don't have it just sitting around. That'll give you some problems. How do you feel about Jesse Peterson? You mean Jesse Lee Peterson, the conservative guy? He invited me on his show. I only debate people I respect. I don't respect him, so I chose not to go on the show. He's kind of just a big goofy guy that he thinks he's special because Fox News used to have him on all the time, but that doesn't make you special. It kind of makes you stupid sometimes. How does Bloomberg tax the poor? Bloomberg, um, Michael Bloomberg. Sorry, Arif, that question doesn't compute. I apologize. Let's see. Saint Musa. Some of the stocks I want to buy, like Walmart and Apple, but they're high. How can I get in those companies? You can actually buy fractional shares. Like you can buy shares of stock without it actually being a full share of stock. So don't feel like you have to buy the whole share. Saint Musa. Some of the stock I want. Oh, you already asked that. Peter Gordon, your thoughts on voter fraud affecting the outcome of the election? I do believe in voter fraud, but I think there's a chance Trump lost fair and square. I just want to see a smooth transition of power, and I'm kind of sitting back and watching. I kind of see the elections like right now the chaos between Democrat and Republican. Those are white people problems. I think black people should just sit back and build, and you get your independence when the big guys are fighting. So when the elephants start fighting, that's when the little mice can scatter away. So I encourage you to like scatter away, just get out of that system because right now white people are fighting, and that's your opportunity. Maurice Wright, what are your thoughts on the idea of Elon Musk transferring his fortune to Bitcoin? I didn't know he was thinking about doing that. I don't see why that would be very smart. It might be a conspiracy theory. Keith, do you believe as a Christian one should put race of people first? Yeah, I am black first. B1 hashtag B1 if you agree. I'm black first all the time. That's just my preference. Hey, Dr. Boyce, where would be a good place to go to live when things go haywire? Uh, I don't know. I don't know. My brother lives in Colombia. I think anywhere other than the United States. Maybe some part of Africa, obviously. But it doesn't have to be Africa. I mean, I think someplace outside the U.S. I think Africa would welcome you the most, though. Abdur, what are your thoughts on sin deliberately being put on into young children. Are you talking about like gender stuff? I don't think a child should be choosing to change their gender until they're an adult. What do you? Let's see. Bang Boogie. What's your political views on black folks receiving reparations? We should receive them. That's not even a debate in my mind. Is Layla, what can we expect from your class on the 7th? I'm so excited and nervous because I definitely have to make good choices next year. The Black Wealth Boot Camp, which starts on the 7th of January, is going to basically be a breakdown where you will walk away from there with a clear understanding of exactly what financial security looks like, how it works, how to obtain it, how to make sure that if you don't want to quit your job, you at least have the option of quitting your job. And so the goal is to reduce economic dependence on the corporate plantation, and that's what the Black Wealth Bootcamp's all about. It's very, very popular. Everybody loves it. I personally think, I don't think I know I'm a master teacher because I've been teaching college students for 20 something years now. So if you want to join us on January 7th, you go to blackwealthbootcamp.com. So feel free to go there. Um, anyway, let me keep going. Uh, Cheddar, do you accept film submissions for Black Movie Night? Yes. Email producer at flynubianmedia.com. Producer at flynubianmedia.com. Producer at flynubianmedia.com. Hey, man, D, please, sir, how can I know when to invest in Bitcoin and when to sell it? You never know when exactly. Nobody knows exactly what crypto is going to do. One good thing you could do is pay attention to what the billionaires are doing. A lot of billionaires are investing in crypto. There are a lot of billionaires jumping into Bitcoin. So I think I don't know. They tend to kind of know things before everybody else. So I wouldn't overlook that. I'm not telling you what to do. It's not investment advice, though. How do I turn $100 into $10,000 in a week? Jamila asks, go rob a bank because you could probably get a cheap gun for under $100. I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm not advising you to rob a bank. It's hard to do. Fast money is not reliable. Fast money is risky. Fast money is usually a lie. The only money I know about is slow money and long money. I don't know about short money, fast money. KHP, I'm 25. I want to start a water business. I've been trying to look for like an outlet, outline how I can get started. Take a class on how to start a business. We don't necessarily in the Black Business School necessarily have anybody that started a water business, but the models kind of are the same. So you can actually go to theblackbusinessschool.com, theblackbusinessschool.com. We've actually got people actually that might even be on the line right now that could actually talk to you. We have really good specialists that can talk you through your personal family wealth plan and stuff like that. So there's the URL. It's theblackbusinessschool.com. Um, let's see here. Okay, Har, you're asking Kamira to inbox you directly because you're drawn to giving a reading. Don't do that. Don't go in there like saying stuff like that. That's spamish. What do you know about? Okay, let's see. Feck, you got your information wrong about Nancy Pelosi. Mitch McConnell is the issue. I think they're all the issue. I think that they're all the issue because they're all trying to win elections, right? So Mitch McConnell is a greedy Republican who basically takes care of rich people. We know this. Nancy Pelosi is a greedy Democrat who tends to take care of the Democratic Party agenda. So I don't think Pelosi is against the idea of giving bigger checks. The problem is Nancy Pelosi is also the person who wanted to kill the whole economy and then get federal money to bail out all the states. And I wasn't a fan of that because I feel that if you're trying to shut down the whole economy just so you can win the election, because that's what it was. It was like, Trump is bragging about the economy, so we're going to get him out of office by ruining the economy and making him look bad, and we're going to make sure that he gets blamed for it. I wasn't a fan of that because it's too serious for y'all to be playing politics. So Nancy Pelosi was pretending to negotiate for the stimulus when she never had any intention to negotiate for it. Go back and look at videos I made months ago where I said she's pretending to negotiate. She doesn't want the negotiation to occur because she's thinking about who's going to get the credit. She does not want Trump to get the credit. So lo and behold, nothing happened. Every time she'd be like, "Oh yeah, you offered me the deal, but now I don't want." It's like somebody saying, "Oh well, I don't want to eat chicken for dinner." And you're like, "Okay, well, what do you want to eat?" "Well, I want steak." And then you make the steak, and they're like, I changed my mind. I think I want spaghetti." And you're like, "Okay, let me make you spaghetti." No, the spaghetti didn't taste quite right. I think I'll have something else. Well, what do you want? I don't know. Let me think about it. Like that person doesn't want to eat. That person is playing games with you. So Nancy Pelosi was playing games with the process, and I don't like that. I feel like it's too serious to be playing games. But your big problem with your Congress and why Congress only has an approval rating of about 20% is because they play games. They're trying to win elections. They're trying to get power. They're trying to get money for the corporations that put them in office. They're not really trying to do anything for the American people. Your democracy is gone. Your democracy is hijacked. The wealthy and the politicians have pretty much taken over your democracy. The power does not belong to voters. The power belongs to companies because companies buy voters. They know that they can brainwash people and run ads and get you to hate the other person so much and scare the shit out of you so that because you're so scared, you'll vote for their candidate, not because you like them, but because you're so afraid of the other side. Fear is big. Look for fear. When you watch political ads, pay attention to how much they work to try to scare you. Because they know that a person who's scared is going to give up their freedom. A person who's scared isn't going to think critically. A person who's scared is not going to stand up to a politician who's getting nothing done because basically it becomes like a pimp type thing. Pimps scare you into submission. Pimps are like, well, if it wasn't for me, you'd be on the street. If you go out there, they're gonna kill you. You might think I'm bad, but look at him, right? So you got to just watch out for that. I'm not good for pimping. You can't pimp me. My brain is too developed. So I see through a lot of the stuff, and but a lot of people don't, and that's just whether you take my word for it or not. It's totally fine either way. Let's see. Jaquan says Waybill, Fidelity, or Ameritrade. Best for beginners. Well, Ameritrade. I have actually a training at firstsharestock.com where actually I show you how to get started on Ameritrade in about 10 minutes. So if you want to learn how to get started trading stocks, you can go to firstsharestock.com. There's the URL right there. The first, like, the training is totally free. There's an offer if you want to join one of our programs for 90% off, literally, just kind of an introductory thing. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can still do the free training. So there's the URL, firstsharestock.com. JG, I'm thinking about purchasing Amazon stock, maybe one share. Do you think it's worth it? Yeah, I like Amazon. You don't have to buy a whole share, though. You can buy fractional shares. Would you sell before a reverse split? Mm, No, that wouldn't be the reason I would sell or buy. But there's theory that says that a reverse stock split might typically mean that the company doesn't expect that the stock price is going to go up. So you do a split. A lot of times splits drive up a price because people think that the executives are doing the split because, maybe similar to Tesla or Apple, they expect the stock price to go up. So you tend to see a push up in the price right before a regular split. So a reverse split for the similar reasons might lead to a drop in price. Um, do you got to pay taxes on stocks, John Doe? Yes, you do. You got to pay taxes on everything. Holy Vampire Real U card. Do you and your daughter Patrice still keep in touch? Yeah, but that's my daughter, so I'm not gonna really talk about my kids like that. Nania, hey Doc, I'm looking at clips of Kevin Samuels online. What's your take on him? Kevin Samuels is not a bad dude, right? Like, I don't dislike Kevin Samuels at all. I think that what the difference with Kevin Samuels, though, and I think a lot of people have a legitimate concern about Kevin is, that he's not a therapist, but I don't think Kevin markets himself as a therapist. He's a consultant, right? So Kevin is a guy who, in his view, and in the view of many others, if you have a problem, he'll fix your problem. Like, if you're like, okay, I'm a woman, I don't understand why I'm not finding the right man, he's going to tell you why he thinks you can't find the right man. Same thing is true for men. He'll break a man down in a minute. And his uniqueness is he's very direct, and people like that. Sometimes people want somebody that's going to yell at them, and stuff like that, that tough love kind of thing. Um, and that's fine. But you can see why people will be offended by it. And I think Kevin gets that too. But that's kind of what it is. In media, you can't just be very nice and average. You have to stand out somehow, right? You got to be clear. You draw a line in the sand and say, if you like it, great. If you don't, that's great too. I don't care. And Kevin doesn't care. And I that's one thing I think is good. But I do think that you have to know the difference between a coach slash consultant kind of person versus a therapist, right? Like, a legit therapist probably wouldn't have approached things the way he did, like with the lady where he called her average at best and you're gonna die alone. Therapists don't usually say stuff like that, okay? But he wasn't saying he was a therapist. He's something different. So I can understand why people like him, because I think you can learn from him because he's not stupid. He's super sharp. He seems to know some things. But it's one of those things where it's like it's a bitter pill to swallow. So enter at your own risk. So if you're like emotionally fragile and you're looking for somebody who's gonna tell you everything you want to hear, he's probably not your guy. He's gonna hurt your feelings, right? So but you know what? I have no animosity toward him, and I will say I've seen where Kevin Samuels has talked talked about me extensively in some different videos, and he actually understood some things that a lot of people don't get. So he's very smart. He's a tactician, a strategist, and um, and that's why I was like, okay, this guy's not stupid, right? So even if I disagree with him, I would never say that he's stupid. So that's my take on Kevin. So it depends on what you're looking for. Just keep that in mind. Curtis, what do you think about the space guards and the fight for space colonization? I think that's the wave of the future. I'm really excited to see how that evolves. I think space is definitely the next frontier. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Let's see, Nate. I'm in my zone. Already on multiple shares of Apple. The Black Post. What platform are you using? This is called StreamYard. StreamYard lets me do things like, like I could put a URL on the screen. Like instead of me saying it and everybody having to remember what it is or write it down, I can put it up on the screen. Like, so for example, drboyseminars.com. That's the thing we're doing on Monday on the 28th, basically called Reclaim Your Brain. And it's for anybody that wants to make money from what's in your head, like the skills that you have. So if you're looking to teach an online course, or if you're looking to coach people online, based on what you know, or you're looking to sell some sort of information product or something like that. A lot of you have skills that you may not be aware that can be monetizable, but you got to do it in a certain way. So Reclaim Your Brain is all that. Or if you want to be a speaker, like Al Duncan is going to be one of the presenters, and Al has spoken probably 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 times and made millions of dollars as a speaker. So he knows the ins and outs of that. I'm going to speak as well. My brother Lawrence, who runs Great Black Speakers, is going to speak. So we're going to break all that down. So feel free to go take a look. You can go to drboyseminars.com if you want to join us. What are your thoughts on XLM? Ask Tabitha. I own a lot of XLM. I like it. Percy Brown, what's up, Doc? Checking in from the Bay Area. Oh, the Bay, easy. I love E40. E40 is just so cool. he's just my guy. That's my guy. That's one of my favorite rappers. Janet, do you sleep much, Dr. Boyce? I sleep probably more than most people do. I'm a big napper. I don't. If I couldn't take a nap in the middle of the day, I wouldn't. If there's no job on earth I would take that didn't allow me for a nap to have a nap, because naps are really connected to your happiness. Happiness is really important, and happiness can be managed. Like if you got to be conscious about it, though. You got to be conscious about your psychological well-being. So being optimistic, deliberately optimistic, is very important, because if you're pessimistic all the time, you're not gonna fucking be happy, because there's nothing to be happy about, right? Pessimistic people, you ever see somebody who's just pissed off about everything and thinks everything's terrible and sad and bad? You say, well, how you doing? They're like, oh, I'm doing all right, I'm barely making it. Like that's not good for your mental health. So being deliberate about your happiness is really important. And one of the keys to happiness is getting enough sleep. And how do I know this? Well, in high school, I had a little bit of an issue with depression. I was very depressed as a kid, probably up until I was about 18 years old. Those are kind of like the dark years for me. And, and so about 19, I became very conscious about my mental health. And since that time, I've been extraordinarily healthy mentally, in the sense of like, I love my life. Like, I'm not pretending like I love my life. I love getting up in the morning. I love what I do. I love my woman. I love, I feel good about my physical, mental health. I just woke up from a nap. So I'm like, yeah, so I'm telling you, like naps are important. So get a lot of sleep, no matter what else you do. Make sure you get enough sleep. The work, whatever you're working on, it'll be there when you wake up. Just cut your distractions out too. That's another big thing that a lot of people don't do, is they got a bunch of bullshit that's distracting them. A bunch of stupid stuff, stupid people wasting your time. You got to respect your time. Like, your time has to be as important as if you were the president of the United States. Like, don't let people come in to waste your time. Like, if you're really trying to accomplish something, you're going to be surrounded by a lot of people who are doing nothing, literally nothing. And these people, they'll waste your time with gossip and stupid situations and dumb problems and all that stuff. And you can't do that. Like, people that are really successful, they know how to filter. They know how to filter out like tiny-minded people, or petty-ass people, or stupid BS. Right. So just filter that out, man. Like, that's a big one too. That's why I can take naps, because I don't do bullshit. I'm not gonna sit on the phone with you and talk about something that's stupid. I have goals. I'm always like, okay, is this gonna help me achieve one of the important goals of my life? One of my goals is to, take care of my family, right? Meaning give them time, resources, whatever. Is to be healthy, be happy. Is to achieve my goals at work. I ain't got time for you if you're just gonna sit here and talk about some stuff that either you bringing me, like for example, if you bringing me like a business idea that I know you're never gonna actually fulfill, I'm not gonna waste time even talking to you about it, because I don't really know. I don't really think you're gonna actually follow through. So don't waste my time. Or two, if you're coming to me with like stupid stuff, like just sitting around getting emotional and mad about what somebody did, what that person did, this person did, what the white man did, I'm not doing a lot of that. I'm an action oriented person. So what I do is I get up, I work for a few hours, I take a nap, then I get up and I work some more, and then I take another nap, and then I spend time with my family. And then I might take one phone call a day. That's it. I'm not on the phone all the time. 1,000 people call me, but I don't call nobody back. And that's because my goal is to be focused on the things that matter. So that's my 2 cents. I don't know if that helps you. I hope it does. But it's a process. You got to be intentional about your happiness and your success. You can't think that it's just going to happen just because most people are not happy. I don't believe. I don't think most people are fulfilled. Most people don't reach their goals, their big goals anyway. So if you want to be in that 1% that reach their goals, you got to have a different strategy. So by the way, there was actually a program we had in the Black Business School where I actually break a lot of that down. Like I literally do a whole masterclass on self-improvement and success and how to be great, how to be successful. It used to have a price. The lifetime membership used to be $1,000 for this program. I decided I wanted to give it away for free. So literally there's the URL on the screen. If you go there, it's totally free. You're in for life. That may change the price. We may actually eventually charge a price for it. We haven't done it for the last few months. I may just keep it free. But we have to generate revenue in the Black Business School, right? So everything can't be free. But that's something I wanted to do for free because I'm so passionate about that. Like I'm passionate about goal setting, happiness, finding your sense of purpose. Like if you ever want to really shine in the world, live in your purpose. When you see somebody that's living in their purpose, you are in awe of that person. You are excited about being around that person. That person elevates you. That person, you get out of that person's way. You may even be intimidated if you're a hater, right? When people live in their purpose, that's when their superpowers get unlocked. Do you ever see somebody who's like really good? Like they love playing the violin, so they're super good at it, or they love programming computers, and so they can do these amazing things, or they love basketball, so they can do crazy things on the court. Like people that like that are just living in their purpose, where they hit that other level, where they're just like microscopically connected to whatever they're doing. Like it's almost spiritual. It's almost spiritual. So I encourage you, like, find your purpose and live in your purpose. And that's when you unlock your superpower and you truly become great. So feel free to go to blackkeystogreatness.com if you want to join. It's totally free. No strings attached. Let's see here. L.A. Hicks, Dr. Boyce, what do you think about the social credit system on its way to America? I don't know much about the social credit system. I think America needs a little bit of socialism. I don't like the way it's coming about. Antifa like burning down buildings and all that crazy stuff. And I really wouldn't be surprised if they were linked to that bomb in Nashville, because that's kind of the next step. The anarchists, that's what they do. Like they want to blow things up, and their goal is to just destroy capitalism no matter what. So I don't like all of that, but I do agree that America is way too capitalist, and we bring this on ourselves because we're so stingy and greedy, and they've let rich people kind of hoard all the resources. That's why inequality in America is higher than it's been in about 80 years. It hasn't been this high since the 1920s and 1930s, and now it's pretty bad. Let's see. Peter, are you going to take the vaccine? No. Sonny, I'm doing call options. Good for you. Tracy, how can I teach your class to my people? Just do it. Just take the curriculum, study it, learn it, go for it. The Black Post, Dr. Boyce, what platform are you using? Oh, it's StreamYard. I mentioned that earlier. Milton, does stimulus check matter to overall economy? Yeah, it does matter. They're going to have some inflationary problems because they're kind of printing money. I guess they just think they can just print enough money to get themselves through all this chaos, but you can't really do that. It doesn't work too long. It doesn't work like over a long period of time. You got to eventually have an economy again. Let's see, where can I invest in real estate with a group of people with only $1,000 or less? I'm not a real estate expert. We have real estate experts in the Black Business School. We actually have this real estate family pack thing. You can take a look at it if you want to. Hold on, I think somebody might be here. Hold on, y'all get to watch me answer the door. Hello. Yep. How are you? Yeah, come on in. You can just put the food right there. I got some food. Chicken quesadillas. I need some cheese quesadillas. Yeah. Well, we have some. We have some cheese and chicken together, but that's okay. We'll take both. Yep. Right here. Okay. Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Bye-bye. Good night. Now check this out, right? I got a burger and fries. Look at how many fries I got. I've never gotten a burger and fries where I can literally count the number of French fries I have. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 French fries. Who does that shit? It's crazy. It's so whack. But I shouldn't be eating French fries anyway. So. Okay. Do you think the vaccine is safe or should black people avoid it? I am not here to tell anybody if they should take the vaccine or not. They sent us a chicken quesadillas and cheese. I asked for chicken and cheese, and she sent me chicken, and she also sent me cheese.
They don't come together, I guess.
Apparently not. You learn something new every day. All right. Bitcoin versus gold. Which would you choose over the next 10 years? I think I've chosen Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin has a lot more upside. Let's see here. Okay, one sentence questions though. By the way, ask me a one sentence question. If it's longer than a sentence, I'm not gonna answer it because I can't read like a whole paragraph. What's the IPO for electric cars? There's a lot of them. Leola. Let's see. Topsy, are you a millionaire? Yeah, but I don't talk about it because you don't want to go bragging about how much money you have. But it would be stupid for me to be teaching about money if I didn't actually know how to make it. Let's see, Christopher. Why don't rich black people recreate the Black Wall Street? It's already happened. It's just digital. That's why you don't see it. It's not physical. It's going to be digital, which is actually good because the world is digital. Digital comes with less overhead, less infrastructure. But there should be something physical because people actually physically need to come together. It's just for mental health reasons. I'm 38, says Daryl. Is there time still left in my life for success? Absolutely, man. Shoot, my whole life, there's so many things I've done since I was 38 that I never had a clue that I would ever accomplish. You'd be amazed. Yeah, so, no, yeah, 38 is very young. Jay, I'm thinking about purchasing. Okay, you already asked about Amazon. Lynn, how does one overcome an eviction? You may have to, when you're in your next place, you may have to come up with enough cash to make the landlord feel safe renting to you. I'm not an expert on real estate though, and I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry you had to go through that. Yeah, I'm very sorry. I wish there was something I could do with that. I'm so sorry, Lynn. Yeah, sheesh. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry, Lynn. I wish you the best. Yeah, I think you have to speak to an expert on that. I literally cannot think of it. I'm going to go research something. Maybe we could do a video about it, but I'm not even really sure what to say to you. So good luck to you on that. Let's see here. Have you read the book Green Power by A.G. Gaston? No, but I do like A.G. Gaston, Andre. I'm a big admirer of A.G. Gaston. A.G. Gaston is an example of how a lot of your economics is built on culture. The reason A.G. Gaston was worth $50 million back in the 1940s when everybody else was broke is because when he was young, if I'm not mistaken, his mother took him into. He went to go work, or she went to go work for a Jewish family, and they taught him like how Jewish people make money, and they taught him about investing and ownership, and that's why A.G. Gaston had a lot more money than a lot of people. Our culture, unfortunately, because we have the slave history, is built on slavery. It's built on working for white people and being proud of that. And so I encourage you to let go of all that. Let go of the slave culture. Train your family on an ownership culture, on an investing culture. Let's see here. Do you walk with security guards because of the haters? Yeah, I do. I have to. Saint Musa, what's a good savings goal for the 28-year-old black person? Go to the allblackagenda.com. Okay. I can't find the URL. I want to put it on the screen. If you go to the allblackagenda.com, there's something there called the $5 a day investing plan. Saving alone is not enough to create wealth. Saving alone is not going to do it. You got to invest. So Go to the allblackagenda.com. There's some resources there, free. Most of them are free, and all of them are very cheap. And basically, one of them is the $5 a day investing plan. That'll show you how people become very wealthy by investing $5 a day, which is less than the cost for a Popeye's chicken sandwich. Um, let's see. Do you believe in systematic racism? If so, why? Because if you read books like Powernomics and Black Labor, White Wealth, you'll see that the whole country was built on a racist foundation. Dr. Claude Anderson breaks it down. There were specific laws built into the systems that said black people are to be put at the bottom. Immigration is one of many examples. Black people used to be like 40% of the population, but they said we got too many black people. Their power will be too great. Their physical power, their economic power, their political power. So what they did was they said we're gonna basically bring a lot of immigrants in, and with immigration, we're not gonna let any black people in. We'll only let in people from England and Ireland, and then eventually start letting Hispanic people in, and they do that deliberately to dilute the black vote, to dilute black economic and political power. So black people, because we're not politically sophisticated, are trained to believe that Hispanic people are just like you, that you should support the immigration of Hispanic people because, well, that's the Black Brown Coalition. But anybody who ever goes to South America will know that a lot of Hispanic people are more racist than white people in America. They are horribly racist. And so a lot of these people that you're supporting bringing into the country hate your guts. So you could be stuck on stupid and just keep doing whatever they tell you to do, or you can critically analyze it and say, okay, you ain't never did nothing good for me before. You've been leading. Your party's been leading my community for decades, and the communities are in shambles. You won't talk about reparations. I don't really think you're trying to really help me, and I need to figure out the game. Right? You could do that. That's what critical-minded people do, but not everybody's a critical thinker. A lot of people are just kind of follow along and do what they're told. I don't do that. I don't believe in any of that. Let's see here. Shelby, Beck Miller, they're all the issue. Okay. Tommy Shaw, have you ever heard of the TV show Shark Tank? And if you have, what do you think of it? I think it's good. I think shows like that are good. We do something on Mondays, not quite like Shark Tank, but similar. We let people present their business ideas. It's called Life's a Pitch. And it's Monday night at 8 o'clock, and we bring black-owned businesses together that have great business ideas so they can market their businesses to other black people that may want to support them. So if you go subscribe to financialjuneteenth.tv.com, you can get a notification when we go live. And we've done maybe 10 episodes, and we basically have three black businesses do a pitch. And after they do the pitch, we give them instant feedback on the quality of the pitch. And the audience knows about their product now. So it's like free marketing. So a lot of them have made money from being in front of like thousands of people. And also we encourage the audience to do a wealth mob where we tell them, if you like the business, go to the business and support them. Maybe share the link to the business or give them some positive feedback or maybe buy a product. Right. And that's how you build an economy. So it's called Life's a Pitch. We do it every Monday night at 8 o'clock. And if you want to join us, you can go subscribe to financialjuneteenth.tv.com and feel free to do that. All right. So it's kind of something we do for our black business school students so that when they create their businesses in the school, we can actually help them succeed and make money. We don't want them to just know how to do it. We want them to have an opportunity to sell their product. So that's one of the benefits we have in the Black Business School that a lot of people enjoy. Let's see. Forex trading with Tim. Hey, Dr. Boyce, I was wondering, can I do Forex trading through my LLC? If so, how or who can I talk to about making that happen? Well, with the LLC, you could talk to somebody that can help you set that up, or you can do it on your own. But I know we have a blackmoney103.com. That's our entrepreneurship program. Attorney Nicole Compton is an expert at all the administrative aspects of setting up a business. So she has a lot of really great lectures that are in there. So if you go to blackmoney103.com, that's the third class in our Black Money sequence. We have a 6-part sequence on black wealth and black money. Nobody else in the country has this, because all we focus on is black people and black wealth. And it's very, very good. It covers everything from stock market investing to real estate to entrepreneurship to owning a franchise, to business processes and systems, to an introduction to the power of money, pretty much everything. So feel free to go to blackmoney103.com. Or if you want to check the other ones out, it's 101, 102, all the way up to 106. Let's see. Croy, what do you think about crowdsourcing investment platforms like WeFunder and Start Engine? I think they're good. You got to find one that's reputable, but I like the concept. Portia, how do I start investing? Where's the best place to start? Well, one thing I can offer is if you're not sure about how to invest in the stock market, go to firstsharestock.com. There's a free training on how to get started in the stock market. It takes about 10 minutes to go through, and then you'll be invested in the stock market. Gloria, what should I do with the money I got from selling my New York City home? Well, I believe capital should always be put to work. So, I would look for something else to put it into. This is not investing advice, but like that's what I do. Like if I sell something, I buy something else. I don't just go and spend the money because the capital is what protects you. Your capital is what makes money for you. It's like if you make money from because you own cows, and you sell a cow, you're not going to just take the money and spend it unless you have to. You rather just maybe now you buy a horse, or maybe now you buy a goat, right? Whatever it is that you want to invest in, or maybe buy a plot of land with it, right? But capital should be put to work. So you put it into something that's going to generate money for you. That's what wealthy people do. They don't let their money just sit around. They don't throw it away. They put it into things that are going to generate more money. Um, Influence public. Hi, Boyce. Our clients would like to send you complimentary granola. Oh, that's very nice. Email support at theblackbusinessschool.com. They can let you know where my P.O. box is. I don't remember the address, but support at theblackbusinessschool.com. Um, how do you feel about penny stocks? I feel like they're very risky. I don't mess with penny stocks too much, to be honest with you. Let's see here. Okay. Should black people get involved in cryptocurrency mining? I mean, I don't know. I guess if that's what's of interest to you, I wouldn't do it. I'm not interested in it. But, I mean, maybe I wouldn't do it because it's just not my thing. But, I mean, I say do it, do what you like. Charles Moore, do you think it's inappropriate to insult people during an intellectual topic? Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm not personally offended by people that have different ideas. I think I wish debates across this country were more respectful. I think that all the yelling and screaming and dogging people and all that, and voter shaming, I didn't like that. Like shaming black people who chose not to vote, I didn't agree with any of that. I think it's better to explain to them why they should vote if you think they should, and then let them make their own decision. That's what freedom's supposed to look like. Do you trust Chinese stocks like NIO and Xpeng? Ask Jay. Yeah, yeah, but NIO and not NIO. I'm sorry. NIO hasn't made a lot of money, if I'm not mistaken. That's an electric vehicle company. Um, Jack Ma, who owns Alibaba and he runs Tencent. Um, they're in big trouble because they're under antitrust investigations. So it could change because the Chinese government kind of decides whatever they want to do. All right. So anyway, guys, let's see. I don't remember your smile being so bright a few years back. Did you get a smile makeover? Yeah, I did, Akia. What do you think? Yeah, I had bad dental health growing up. My mother didn't take me to the dentist because I hated it. It was very painful, and I had a fear of going to the dentist. So I had to confront my fear, and I did because I was like, you know what? I'm not scared to die, but I'd be scared to die like a sucker. To me, dying like a sucker would mean that I die over something that's preventable that I could have prevented if I had just done a little preventive maintenance. And so to me, it was like, okay, boys, like you're not going to let your dental health just fall apart and then die from a heart attack or something because you haven't taken care of your teeth. Like, do this. So I did it, and now here I am. I'm still in the middle of the process. I'm not done. It's 6 months. They had to really change some stuff. That's why, in fact, the shape of my face changed because when your teeth are not what they're doing, what they're supposed to do, it'll make your face shrink in and you look older. So now my jaws are more chiseled. and I've always been a smiley person, but I wasn't proud of my smile, and I just wanted to kind of confront that. So that's what happened. That's why it's a little weird because I talk a little bit funny, but I don't care. I mean, people can laugh about it, but you gotta find the thing that's gonna make you happy. It's gonna work for you and do it. Like, don't worry about what people think. You gotta move forward. You got one chance in this life. You must move forward. Period. Um, let's see here. Hard day. Oh, I missed hard day. I'm sorry. Um, let's see. Blackheart says I have to get my teeth fixed. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I know. I don't blame you. I was the same way. One sentence questions. If the questions can be one sentence, that makes it easy for me to answer. Um, Tehran, how much are your one-on-one sessions? I don't remember what they charge for them because I don't like to do them, to be honest with you. But if you want to do one, you can email support at theblackbusinessschool.com. That's support at theblackbusinessschool.com. I know it's at least $500 an hour, but it may be higher than that because I don't have a lot of time. And it's not because I necessarily want the money. I actually would prefer people just, take a class from me. But if somebody really wants to do a one-on-one, You should, if you have something that you think somebody can really help you with, then it's worth it. Like I pay thousands of dollars an hour for good consultants, because if a consultant charges you $2,000 for an hour and they give you information that you could then take out and that'll boost your business by another 50 grand a year, then why wouldn't you pay that? So I was gonna tell you, I used to not believe that it made sense. I thought it was overpriced, but believe me, when people can help you solve $100,000 problems, $50,000 problems, that can really change your life. Do you think Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae will come back? Asked Shelby. I don't know. I got to go research that a little bit more. I don't know much about that one. I have to think about that. Self-made. Are you taking the vaccine? No. Uh, let's see. Juldik, can you send us a link with all the links to your information? I know I got a lot of links, don't I? If you go to the allblackagenda.com, that has quite a bit of stuff on it. Or you can go to boycewatkins.com. There's some stuff there too. So that's a couple of places you could go to find out more about what I'm doing and stuff like that. And I'm gonna eat my food. I got this frozen food over here. It's getting cold, so I better go eat. But like I said, if you want to join us for our event on Monday, you can go to drboyseminars.com. That's when we're doing the one-day event on reclaiming your brain and how to make money from what's in your mind. And if you also want to join us for the Black Wealth Bootcamp that starts January 7th, it's a 6-week program. You can actually go to blackwealthbootcamp.com. So feel free to go take a look there. I got to go, guys. It's time for me to eat. It was good talking to you. Have a good night. And I wish you all the very, very best. And early Happy New Year. 2021 is coming. Let's kill it, man. Let's kill it. You got one time to live this life. So live it to the best of your ability. Okay. All right. I'll see you soon. Take care. Talk to you later. Peace.